Hey everybody, it is Aaron here on a brisk Sunday morning with my much needed haircut. Alright, today we're going to restore a Arctic Cat 440 Panther. This is KJ's wants and needs in life. Let's have a look underneath the hood. Not bad, not a lot of rust at all. The engine is 2 cylinders. 2-stroke obviously, and the belt, which is down there, I've already pulled off, because when you're restoring the engine you want to work on one problem at a time, and I don't want that belt on there kicking on the treads and everything. So to start with, pull the spark plugs out in the carb off, and then I'm going to fill the engine with 2-stroke engine oil. Now why am I doing that? Well, that's to restore the seals that have been sitting for a couple of years. I'm going to let it sit there for 5 or 6 hours soaking away, and then I'm going to use a syringe and take it all out of the engine, and then we're going to see if it starts. Carburetor's off. That is the intake manifold. I had to tighten some bolts around the intake manifold. You want to do some common sense checkups and just check bolts for being loose, for just sitting for a really long time. Now we're going to fill these spark plug holes with 2-stroke engine oil. Hopefully I can do this without spilling everywhere, because I'm a real man and men don't use funnels. Nope, definitely spilt everywhere. The cylinder could be at a position where it's letting oil into the exhaust, or it's letting oil into the crankcase. Either way, that's fine. We just want to get some oil in there before we start putting it under pressure, and that's when you do all the real damage, is when it's not oiled correctly under pressure. Now I'm just going to chuck some in the intake manifold, and we will clean the carburetor as we are waiting. What we're going to do now is clean the carburetor. Now this carburetor is actually looking pretty clean. I'm not going to lie about it. May need a few replacement hoses and zip tying, really, but no, it's pretty good actually. So I'm going to use this carb cleaner. It's like $5 at a hardware store, and I'm just going to make sure that none of the idle jets or anything is dirty. So give it a quick spray and then wipe it down. Depending on how bad your carb is, you may need to take it completely apart, which is kind of annoying, but that may be what you need to do. Alright, I'm going to continue to attack this, and then we're going to get on with the engine fixing. On this carburetor I have a gasket that is a little messed up. So right there and right there, there's some cuts in it. Now it doesn't go all the way through the gasket, so I'm not too worried there. We are now going to check for spark. These are the old spark plugs. I sprayed a little carb cleaner on the end of them to clean them up a bit, get all the black off. To check for spark, we're going to hold the spark plug close to the engine for grounding while we are pulling the pull start. Does that make sense? Okay, so what you're going to need is a lot of guts and some gloves. Now the reason why you want to wear a glove is because you're probably going to get electrocuted. I always do whenever I do this, but we're going to hold it here while we pull on the starter. Now, since there's oil in the engine still sitting, we're going to pull this nice and slow. See if we can get a spark. Slower than that. Okay, there we go. Sounds nice, but I'm not getting any spark. So something short in the dash or something here. I bet it's that kill switch. There's a short somewhere in it. Can I unplug this kill switch? Let's see. goes right through the firewall, much of a firewall that is, and so that's leading to the kill switch, and this one's leading away from the kill switch. Interesting. Actually, I'm just gonna start pulling plugs until I hit spark again. First plug I pulled right there, and that disables the kill switch. And let's give it a pull one more time. See if we got spark again. Yep. Would you look at that? Whew! Glad I don't have to hunt down a CDI because it went online at like 50 bucks. So this may be a lot easier than I first anticipated. Alright, now I'm going to do a quick bypass the carb test and get the engine started. We're going to put the plugs back in, put all this crap back on, and I'm going to use a spray bottle right here actually. Trusty spray bottle full of mixed gas, and this is going to act like our carburetor. Here's our fake carburetor. I mixed this gas rather strong to the oil side, so it's probably 32 to 1 just to keep it nice and lubricated. I'm going to spray in there right now. And I'm getting a bit nervous because I have no idea what's going to happen. Woo! She's come along. Alright, so spray it in the carb. Where the carb would be, sorry. It works. Yeah, it does. Sweet. Okay, and I just got to put the carb on, figure out the gas lines. So we're about halfway there, I'd say. Carburetor's on. Alright. Some oil down there. I've got fuel running to it. Fuel in the back of this Snowmobile. No air filter right now, so we're just going to be careful about what goes near it. I'm going to run it without an air filter, and we're going to see how well it goes. So I sprayed some of my mixed gas in the opening. We're going to give it a pull. Definitely didn't expect that to happen. And now there is gas raining down from the carburetor. My carburetor leak was because the top 4 screws were not tight. Alright, I'm going to start it yet again. This time I put the idle way down, and we're going to see what we get. And there it is, guys. It's exhausting outside of the building. And it's idling. We did it. We did it. I have another one in the back there that I'm going to fix up. But KJ will be pretty happy, so if you want to see other mechanical stuff and magicness, head on over to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Got some pretty cool stuff coming down the line there as well, so stay tuned.